Pero tulad nga ng nangyari kahapon at ang aking nabanggit kanina, hindi yun garantiya na 100% yung kanilang pagsuporta. Dahil nandun ka na nga sa loob, tumutulong ka na nga, napuputukan ka pa. So, the risk is really high. That is why we tip our hats and we salute all these men and women who were involved in the humanitarian pause yesterday, because they placed their lives at risk in the interest of saving more lives.
Alright. Last, sir. May deadline po kayong ipinalabas and may indication po ba na sa deadline o bago mag-deadline, mahuhuli na natin si Isnilon Hapilon?
Tungkol sa paghuli, parang duda po kami dyan. Kasi nananawagan na po kami na sumuko sila, ibaba ang kanilang armas, walang positibong nagiging response o sagot. At sa patuloy nilang pakikipag-away at pananatili sa mga lugar na kanilang pinanghahawakan ngayon na dinedepensahan nila, naniniwala kami na gusto nila yatang tapusin ito ng hindi magandang pamamaraan.
So you mean duda kayo na mahuhuli ng buhay, pero determinado ho ba kayo na mahuli ito, patay man o buhay?
Tama. Yun ang ating ibig sabihin doon. Determinado tayong tapusin ito sa mas madaling panahon, pero duda kami na sila'y lalabas na buhay.
Pero kung susuko, welcome po sa...
Bukas po ang loob, bukas po ang ating hukbong sanatahan na kunin po ang mga nagsisisuko. Tulad na aking nabanggit, may 9 na po na kasamahan nila na sumuko. At yang iilan pa na nagnanais sumuko, kung sila man ay kung makakaabot man itong panawagan namin, ay bukas ang ating hukbong sanatahan na iproseso sila na maayos.
Alright, salamat po.
Okay, Tuesday New, to be followed by Rose Cos and Ja Rosales.
Hi, sir. To General Padilla, sir.
Yes, Tuesday.
Sir, ang sinasabi po natin is nasa mga moske, nagtatago po ngayon yung Maute dyan sa Marawi. At mayroon po akong basa na news item quoting AFP Public Affairs Office Chief Colonel Arevalo saying na kapag hindi pa rin sumuko yung mga Maute from the mosques na nagtatago ngayon, mapipilitan po ang tropa natin na bombahin na yung mga mosque na yan. Wala po bang magiging paglabag tayo sa international law pag ginawa po yan ng ating tropa?
Yan po ay isang bagay na iniiwasan natin. Kaya nga patuloy tayong nananawagan na sila'y sumuko at iwasan nila itong mga places of worship. At may kautusan din ng ating Chief of Staff sa ating mga ground commander na gawin lahat na maaaring gawin para maiwasan ito. So sisikapin natin na hindi mahantong sa ganyang klaseng pagkakataon at gagawin natin ang lahat ng ating makakaya para hindi gagawin yan.
Parang ang ginagamit daw po kasing pananggalang ng mga kalaban ay yung mosque na yan para pagka inatake raw po ng pwersa ng gobyerno, palalabasin nila na religious war. Yung scenario.
Kaya nga po, pasensyoso nating pinapaabot ang ating panawagan, maski magmukha na po tayong sirang plaka, na sila ay magbaba ng armas at sumuko dahil sa yung pagkakataong sinasabi mo ay ayaw natin mangyari.
Thank you, sir.
Rose of UNTV.
Hi, General. Good morning po.
Yes,
Sir, yun pong 1,200 na information from Defense Ministry ng Indonesia, may effort po ba sa government on our side kung saan nila nakuha yung ganong information, sir? Or
as I mentioned a while ago, this needs to be subjected to inquiry on the other side, kung saan nakuha ng Indonesia. So, we may address this because we have networks with the nations who are fighting against terrorism. We have diplomatic relations with Indonesia. We have military relations with their armed forces. So we will reach out, we will inquire the possible sources of this information and how they may have come across it. Because for all we know, this may prove helpful in our campaign against all these terrorists or these criminals. Be that as it may, yung atin pong figures ngayon tulad ng nabanggit ko kanina no sa unang katanungan, nananatili pa rin ang estimate natin sa mga 40 or less. At kasama na dyan yung 8 sinasabing namatay nung mga bakbakang nakaraang araw.
Sir, na-mention po ni Secretary Lorenzana na somehow nagkaroon po tayo ng weakness sa atin pong mga asset dahil may mga na-neutralize na asset. as we intensify our military operations, how do we intensify our intelligence gathering po?
Hindi ko na kuha yung katanungan mo, Rose. Anong konteksto nung anong asset ang equipment ba o yung mga taong
Mga
nagbibigay?
tao po na nagbibigay ng information against sa mga terrorist po, sir.
Hindi ko batid kung gaano ka extensive yung naging experience namin yan o naging resulta ng mga delikadong naging operasyon. Pero ang ating pong binibigyan na importansya sa lahat ng operasyon is yung kapakanan ng ating sundalo, ganon din ang lahat ng mga informante. So, I cannot speak on behalf of our people who are continuously operating on the ground, and I would defer to them to answer that for the moment.
Jair Sales of Business Mirror.
This question is for Spokesman Abella. Spokesman, the ARMM is set to craft a 3-phase recovery plan for Marawi City, and they said na they are awaiting how much help they can get from the national government. Ano po ba this 3-phase recovery and rehabilitation plan for Marawi City is called the Unified Plan for Marawi City. Ano po ba ang tulong na iaabot ng national government sa pagre-rehab?
First and foremost, we appreciate the fact that already rehabilitation plans are already are being set in place. However, we'll just have to coordinate with the proper agencies. There's of course the SWD, DOH, and that would even include the Department of Education. So, what we just need to defer to the proper agencies regarding the matter. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Second, sir, may nakikita po bang kasi considering that Lanao del Sur is based on 2015 poverty statistics, pinakamahirap na probinsya sa buong Pilipinas. Ano po ba yung hakbang na gagawin ng government? Specific measures po?
Again, marami ng there have been a lot of efforts regarding that matter, and but regarding specific plans, we can draw it up. We can.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, the lady at the back, just state your name and media affiliation.
Yes, good afternoon po. I'm Isa Avendaño from Radyo Inquirer. Question po kay Secretary Abella. Congressmen who are members of the House Independent Minority has filed a petition po sa Korte Suprema questioning the declaration of President Duterte ng martial law. Any thoughts po? And the second question, can you give us some report po tungkol sa implementation ng martial law? Thank you.
Regarding the implementation, that's why we're having Mindanao Hour to be able to update you about what's happening. Regarding the efforts of the independent parties, that's a prerogative to do so. However, the report has been submitted to Congress already regarding the matter, and so let's see how it unfolds. Okay, thank you.
Okay, any more questions? Okay, Joseph of GMA 7.
Sir, may announcement sa Presidente that he's accepting the offer of the MNLF to fight alongside our soldiers. Can we, dun muna, no, MN, paano yung mechanism yun, sir?
Joseph, yung mechanisms for any kind of this arrangement needs to be discussed thoroughly prior to its implementation. So right now, we don't have the appropriate protocols. We don't have the appropriate coordinative elements on the ground to make this happen. So this may come later after the resolution of the Marawi incident, but not during this time. Kasi hindi pa tayo nakakaupo para pag-usapan ito at paano ito i-implement. Kung sakasakaling ipupush through ito, madaming maaaring kailangan pag-usapan para nang sa ganun maayos po na at hindi magkakaroon ng anumang komplikasyon.
So at this point, that's not very doable.
For the moment, that is the way we see it. And if this prolongs a little bit more, then perhaps we can do it, but hopefully not.
So parang baliwala po yung offer ni Chairman Nur?
No. The offer is not
during
useless.
this period,
During this period, yes, it could be because it is already ongoing and it's almost nearing solution.
Okay. Sir, ganun din sa NPA. I think they're willing to offer yung mga fighters nila in some of the areas, I think, then may presence ng
Yes,
mga.
it
So
will require a process of sorts of consultation and discussions in order to resolve certain issues, to lay down parameters and protocols for interoperability and the like.
Sir, ano pa? Established na meron tayong ISIS forces in the Philippines, yes?
They are wanting to establish it.
Wanting, no, presence. Are they here?
Their presence, yes, but as to specific areas that they clearly hold, and if they are really here, they are working feverishly to do that.
Okay, that's it for the meantime.
Okay, last question from Dexter Ganibe.
Sir, pwede bang other issue?
Okay,
Outside
other
Mindanao?
issues.
Yeah. Sir, it is clearly defined in Republic Act 10168 and Republic Act 9372, yung Human Security Act, and the definition of the financing terrorism, that a terrorist is any natural person, and the terrorist act is any act that intended to sow fear or to kill persons. Hindi naman binanggit kung ito ay ang isang terorista ay dapat kaanib ng isang terrorist group para matawag na terrorist act yung kanyang ginawa. Yung nangyari sa Resorts World Manila, killing 37 persons, can we consider that under the definition of these laws we have as a terrorist act?
Well, would you like to answer that?
I would defer to the police to answer those questions unless the secretary has an answer to that. But on our part, the facts that we have seen, nagpadala po tayo ng augmentation galing sa Joint Task Force NCR at the very start, just to make sure that we would have appropriate forces to support if need be. And we pulled them out since then because the police were able to take care of it adequately. Now, on the matter of definitions, I would leave that to the police to ascertain, because this has to be corroborated by facts, by proof. And we're not the ones working on this. But from where we sit and what we have right now, based on data, we see this as not a terroristic act. It doesn't have the telltale signs of any terrorism. The death of so many was actually the unintended consequence of the action. And hindi niya maging resulta. At maliwanag naman sa nating nakita sa video, yun ang aming conclusion, na hindi niya pinatay yung mga na meet niya along the way. Wala siyang binaril ng diretsuhan, wala siyang tinreten nga yung tinutukan, wala siyang ganun maliban dun sa mga security forces na nakaharap niya na nakipagpalitan siya ng putukan. But for other innocent civilians along the way who were along in the area of the gaming area, it was clear. Hindi niya pinuntirya, hindi niya pinatay, hindi niya binaril, at nanakot lang siya. So, yung pagkamatay, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, this may have been the unintended outcome.
Okay, yes,
Ay,
ma'am.
Secretary Abella.
Okay, go ahead.
Sir, yung sa tingin ng palasyo, ito ba'y the same?
I think it's been as far as the palace is concerned, it's a settled matter. So there's no need to go back and parse whether it was a terroristic act. Of course, the effect was it terrorized people. However, as the good general said, facts do point out that it was not an intentional thing. That was not the intention, and it does not fall into the pattern of political terrorists. Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Good morning. I'm Lily from CCTV. My question goes to General Padilla. We all know that last week the air fire has killed 10 soldiers, which is very sad one. So I want to know the operation now only from the ground level, or still we use the air fire. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the question. As we have mentioned earlier, the call for air support will come from the ground commander, and we have not pulled out this option from the cards that he has at hand. So he may still call for an airstrike or for air support on specific targets that he sees as a threat to his forces. So it was not stopped. The ground commanders have not been denied this capability. What we did, however, after that accident is to pull out the aircraft that was involved, the type of aircraft that was involved. So we're no longer using that aircraft for airstrikes at the moment until after the investigation is done. So it will still continue. The airstrikes will still be an option for the ground commander, and if need be, he can employ it as much as he wants.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Just one last question. Raymond Tinaza of Bombo Radio.
Sir, last lang. Sir, bagamat hindi pa tapos yung investigasyon sa Resorts World attack, pero may pinapalutan natin itong si NCRPO Chief Director Albayalde na possible cases like civil and criminal case laban sa management ng Resorts World dahil nga sa seemingly lapses in security. Itong may-ari po ng Resorts World ay yung multi-billionaire na si Andrew Tan. Can we be assured the public, lalo yung mga biktima, na yung kanyang wealth and even connection would come into play kapag nagkakaso na? Assurance lang from the palace.
The President has said that he will extract justice. So I suppose we can trust him on that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any more? Joseph, go.
I have a job to do. Sir, sa statement nyo kanina, drug lords, in relation to Marawi, drug lords will be forced to justice. So clearly, the President has made the connection between the terroristic act and funding from drug lords, yes?
Yes.
Can we have more specifics on this when you say drug lords who are involved, and how did it exactly finance the terror act?
Well, as far as the President is concerned, those who are engaged in this is what he calls the labels narcopolitics. Okay, so in which case political actions are funded by illegal drugs. So basically, that we do not have any specifics as to personalities at this stage. I think we need to keep it that way.
Okay, sir. The reason why I ask is because he had a speech in Holo, May 28. He said, ang first declaration ko was lawless elements, kasali ang droga. Yun nga ang number one. Isali ko na ngayon kasi ang rason na ibinigay ko sa declaration ng martial law rebellion. Meaning, the intention is to include drugs as a basis for martial law. How serious is he with that?
What he was basically saying is that the reason for declaring martial law was he had a very comprehensive definition of, very comprehensive understanding about the reason for declaring martial law, which is basically, in this case, rebellion. Okay, so how serious is he? He's very serious in making sure that all the roots and possible implications of the reason for rebellion will be addressed.
Can drugs be used as a basis, sir, for martial law?
Not drugs per se, but it is basically funding.
In
connection, yes.
Can he can amend the declaration?
I do not know about the amending, but definitely he's making a connection.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, friends from the media. Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella and AFP Spokesperson General Restituto Padilla.